Nagi, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to eat Kira alive. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do mean to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And fun fact, here we are to do a breakdown, such live action review and analysis of chapter 327 of Blue Lock, which is known as Birdcage. Part 2. And another fun fact. I mean, like, come on now. Come on now. You know what's up? It's peak every week time. And you know what? I'm going to see if I can make this video under 30 minutes. Because someone pointed out, we just barely missed 30 minutes. And I was so happy that the last video was 30 minutes, but I forgot with the Patreon outro. Patreon member outro. It didn't actually go over 30 minutes. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's hop right into it. This is just part 2 of the previous chapter. All the previous from before. We're not going to waste too much time. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Someone beat us here. Huh? For real? You're Sashiro Nagi. Yes, indeed he is. You know, I will admit though, I saw the poll from last week, and a lot of people were like, you know, like I really don't care about this new guy. Like I want to see Kira back, and I get it. But at the same time, man, there is no universe where Kira touches the field, bro. Like he's gonna have to brutalize somebody, bro. He's gonna have to brutalize so many players, or like everyone's gonna have to be basically perishing on the spot for Kira to hit the field. Nagi himself is already gonna struggle so much. Like Kira actually coming back, I don't know, man. Let's see though. Let's see. Sashiro Nagi. Oh, the guy who dropped out right at the end. Okay, Shindo, talk that. Let's see. The guy who dropped out right at the end. Whoa, it really is Sashiro Nagi.
Hey, what's going on in here anyway?
Why are you here? Why? You know what though? I didn't think we were gonna get too much time with this like group. Like it makes sense. There's no way Nomura's gonna redesign that many characters. Let's see. Oh, look! Change into your bodysuits and stand by. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. How ripped? Jeez, Kira. Never mind, dog. Maybe you are ready for blood. Look at those abs. Oh, let's see. So there are 13 of us in here. Roger that. All right. Oh wait! I was laughing at the. Oh! Sorry. I was laughing at these two. Or to get jump scared by the messy of Amori here, but you're not making it. You actually have a kind of cool design, but you're not making it. Oh, what? You are a knockoff version of what's his name? Tepe. Who is shocking isn't actually here, but you're not making it. And you two definitely aren't making it. It's only like. It means it has to be, like, he got a name, and, like, an actual half-decent design. But, like, a lot of people said, it's probably just Kira and Nagi. Like, I don't know. Like, it'd be so much work to set up a whole new character. And, like, once again, he runs into the same issue that Nagi, that Nagi and Kira run into, where, like, there's no way Ego's letting them actually hit the pitch. But, all right, interesting, though, that their bodysuits are, like, the inversion, right? Because remember, all the Blue Lock bodysuits were black and white, or, like, predominantly black with white lines. In this case, they're predominantly white with black lines. So, you know, side B, Buratsuta, trying to be the opposite of Blue Lock in every single way. Makes sense. We'll see. Roger that. Anyway, Sashiro Nagi, what are you doing here? What do you think? Oh, but golly gee willikers, fellas. I wonder, what on earth could a person who just got knocked out of Blue Lock, who still wants to be able to represent Japan and possibly become the greatest striker in the world, what could he do at the opportunity that would let him represent Japan again and become the possible best striker in the world? I wonder, Kira. Stroking my very long, very luxurious beard, and considering what he could be. Come on now, Kira. Let's not play games. Though, admittedly, he looks very much like Nagi here. It's literally, it's because, and you know what? It's good that I have the side profile right here. It's like, if you were to lengthen Kira's hair just a little bit, he'd just be Nagi. I wonder if that's, like, intentional. I've never noticed that before. I think it's also because you can't see his mole, right? Like, Kira typically has the mole on one side of his face, so when you only see the left side of his face, you can see that side profile, he looks just like Nagi. It's one of the rare cases where, these characters actually do overlap a lot. Because if there's one thing I'll give Nomura, despite only drawing humans, there's like, little to no overlap. Like, it's actually impressive. Like, considering how many characters he's designed at this point, outside of obviously, you know, like the random background fodder, there's no overlap. And obviously, you know, humans themselves look very, very distinct. But typically, when you have an art style, you know, things start to overlap a little bit. But I can't, like, especially in the Blue Lock 23, everyone has like their own unique look to them. They have slightly different facial shapes. They have slightly different jaw structures, slightly different facial definition. Obviously, all their hairstyles are different. Like, one thing I haven't glazed him more for, despite how much I glazed him more, is artwork. He's very, very good at designing unique different designs. And honestly enough, despite these characters looking very similar, this is still a good example of the differences. Look at how harsh Nagi's jawline is, and how, like, notably, he does have a little bit more face fat on him. Shockingly enough, despite having a much sharper jawline than Kira, you can see there's a curve in Kira's jawline here. There still is a sharpness to Nagi's on his jawline, making the facial structure different. And then you'll see that Kira's face actually does have like a little bit more of a lean cut to it. Meanwhile, Nagi's cheeks, at least in how they're drawn here, are actually a little bit more round. And then, of course, you have the hair differences, and even then the eye shape difference. Like, it's a glance. You look at it at a glance, like, oh, these may be the same character, or they look very similar. But even still, Nomura's gone out of their way to distinctify, or to make them distinct in a way that is very clear to see when they're right next to each other. And then once again, he does have his own unique differentiating factor, if you ever would get confused with the mole once you see it on this side of his face. Let's see. Anyway, Sashiro Nagi, what are you doing here? You're pretty rude, huh? Are you always as blunt with you? What? That's not Nagi's voice. It hasn't been that long. Why do I forget Nagi's voice? Hold on. You're pretty rude, huh? Are you always this blunt when you just meet someone? You know what, though? Sometimes, like, I do it based on the person. Where sometimes I'm very like, oh, hi, nice to meet you on pencil. Sometimes I'm like, yo, what's good? What's your name? What you doing here? Or where are you from? Like, it really depends on the environment and who you're talking to. And Blue Lock, I'd say it is one of those environments you gotta be about the business real quick. No pleasantries, no games, no nothing. Sometimes you just gotta get straight to motion. Let's see. Or just blunt when you meet someone. My bad. But I want the info you gained fighting that darn Yoichi Sagi. Gangaruni!
You saw him do it! And you know your buns! How about you study the tape? How about you study?
It was all broadcasted, Potato Chip. Well, obviously, he probably means like the entire block experience. But still, Gangaruni, you're not Isagi level.
You're not. You're not.
You're not even Nanase level. You know what the crazy thing is, though? I'm probably right. Can you even, like, can y'all even, he don't got a lick of narrative. He ain't got a lick of narrative to prove he's better than post Neo Aegis League and now U20 arc Nanase. He ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing. You ambidextrous cure? I doubt it. Let's see. Huh? What? Do you hate Isagi or something? Always one of many. Always one of many. Many who want, well, I was going to say who want Isagi's guts. But, like, unfortunately, well, not even unfortunately. I'm just not wrong with that. Let's see. Hey, Isagi or something? Yeah, I hate him. I despise him like crazy. Yo. Now, like, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I get it. Isagi. You know, no, never mind. I was about to say, Kira, hop off tip. But, in Kira's defense, Isagi did, like, derail his entire life, technically. Like, if he had just, like, knocked out Igaguri or something, right? Who ended up losing anyway, mind you. Like, if he had just knocked out Igaguri, Kira would have been in Blue Lock. They would have probably been rivals and stuff like that. Like, he wouldn't have to show his dark side and all that. Like, technically, and then Kira was banned from ever representing Japan, his home country. So, like, there is a lot of reason for Kira to actually despise Isagi, but at the same time, bro. Same thing as Kaiser. Hop off tip! As much as I love Kaiser. Let's see. Up. Speak of the thickness and he shall appear. Interesting hand draw, though. I know why I find this interesting. It's because of the angling. Actually, very nice, very nice. I like the thickness of the lines. This very Funnily enough, though, the thickness of the lines don't match the face drawing. The line art here is very tight and fine, but the hand is very intense. But I think that's meant to imply it's like shaking, something like that. He hates him that much. Let's see. Vroom. Hello, geniuses. Are you all ready? Huh? Side B's first stage is this is the other chapter. Roll credits. Let's see. Is the bird cage. The rules are simple. One of you will be selected to choose a partner. You! I'm a bird too. Those two become the birds, and then the other 11 become the cage. They form a circle, and the game begins. The 11 cage players pass the ball while trying to keep it away from the two birds. If the birds steal the ball, they win. The time limit is 136 seconds. If the two succeed, they move on to the next stage. If they fail, they go back to the cage. Then a new bird is chosen and the game restarts. However, only the first 3 pairs will get through. Okay. So some of these characters will make it. Let me guess. If 6 characters are gonna make it, obviously Kuronagi, probably Shindo, maybe the Messi of Amori, Do we go with the actual meme picks? Because that's 4. Maybe these 2 for the meme of it all. If not, maybe these 2, because these 2 actually look like they have interesting designs. But let's see. Only first 3 pairs will get through. In other words, 6 of the 13 will survive. Now get going, my little geniuses. I do not like giving Boruto a voice with that much. Well, at least it feels like it has aura to me, but hey, ball out. Why not? Let's see. The birds are chosen in entry order. Alright, Sashiro Nagi. Let's see. So the first bird is you, Sashiro Nagi. Ugh. Oh, man, look at the musculature. How do I get built like... Actually, though, I think I do have bigger arms than Nagi. That's it. Let's see. I see. Alrighty. I haven't felt this in a while. He's like, wonder what that means. Like, competition or just, like, the fever of competition and or, man, I'm about to curb stomp you random buns. You random fools. You're all going to be trapped. Let's see. I haven't found this in a while. Now then, choose a partner to fight with you. Yeah, okay, so he goes, so there you go, he goes straight with Kira. Let's see. I choose you. Ah! Let's see. Then I choose you, Isagi Hater King. Whoa. Nagi. You can't just be throwing king on everybody. Calm it down, bro, Taylor. Calm it down. We're calling Kira King? Kira King? Oh, Isagi Hater King. He's not even in the top 5. He's not in the top 5. Because, like, let's think about the top 5 Isagi haters, dog. Kaiser at 1. Rin at 2. And those 2 are fighting for the top spot, mind you. Barl at 3. Those 3 are really fighting for the top spot, mind you. Loki at 4. No lie. Chris at 5. Yeah, you ain't even top 5. He's no king. He's but a peasant, Nagi. Let's not do this, guy. Let's see. Like you, I have to crush Isagi and Blue Lock like crazy. Oh, this is also a good way to show their character. I like how Kira's still smiling, though. But, with it being the case, very interesting, right? Nagi's new. You can see it. His aura, it's redeveloping. His eyes are burning a bit with that passion. Because he wants to destroy it now. And I think that is a good thing, right? Notably, as iffy as I am, I'm very much like, well, if you're going to bring him back anyway, you might as well not ruin him at all. But I think it is the whole idea that your character can only rise once they've reached their lowest point. And you saw, and Nagi was at his lowest point, right? He had gotten down low. So bringing him back with this fire, with this motivation, this determination to lock in and like destroy everything. That makes sense. I like it. I'm interested to see how it goes. Once again, though, because the main issue for both of these 2 characters, right? Because they're probably gonna make it. Like, there's no way this random crew is gonna be able to stop them from getting the ball in Birdcage. But the main thing I'm interested in is the conditions that will be met. I've seen a lot of people come with good theories, though. Some people believe that if Buratsuta, who clearly cannot like force Ego to dance to his whims no matter what, Ego's like, I'll leave right now. I will quit right this, and you can run the team yourself. I don't care. So like, he won't be able to bend Ego to his whims. But a lot of people point out the FIFA world president could possibly make Ego fold. He may be like, I want you to put Nagi on the pitch, or else I'll just can't. Like he could. Like he is of high enough. If Ego is the master and Buratsuta is a deity of sorts, then Buratsuta would be one of many deities. He'd be an Olympian, while the FIFA world president, Ray Dark, he would be Zeus in this analogy. He would be able to like override all of Ego's objections and be like, put him on the pitch. I don't care if you do it for 5 minutes, put him on the pitch. So that may be it. In that case, I'd be very interested to see, right? Specifically Kira. I think Nagi will be fine, right? Especially a remotivated Nagi. A motivated Nagi, as much as we do like put potential man on Nagi now, it's always if, maybe, when, but never is, right? Like we do that now. Because Potential Man, I don't know. I feel like Potential Man was born in JJK and then just spread to all other fandoms. Like I've seen Agenda Hearts, obviously Agenda Piece originated it all. I've seen Agenda Kaisen, naturally I was a part of Agenda Kaisen, still am. And I've seen Agenda Magi. Amagi, I see people called it Agi, but then that didn't work because there's like a manga called Agi. Like I've seen so many agenda things now, and every story has its own Potential Man. But Nagi is Potential Man Prime. But whenever he's realized his potential, because unlike other Potential Man, he actually has reached his potential in many instances. He is a monster, right? But then the question is, how well will he function? Where will he be played? Like, there's so many interesting questions for Nagi alone, but Nagi can work because we've seen Nagi's potential actually actualize before, and with him actually having determination, motivation now, like, I can see the vision. As much as I usually am an anti-potential man kind of guy, I see the vision on that. It's Kira. It's Kira, or even if it's Shindo, right? Maybe Shindo. Maybe it will be a plot twist that Kira loses again, right? Like, he fully doesn't embody the ideals. He doesn't even embody Botsuto's new ideals. So Shindo actually beats him because he's a character with a design and a name. But either of those two characters, they have nothing. They are, if anything, they are the potential man to Nagi's potential man. Or like, they have nothing, and they have so much to prove that if they were to spontaneously prove it, would I even be okay with it? Like, say when he comes back and is somehow still the best player in Japan, fine. The narrative has hopped on his meat so hard that it's actually breaking its back doing it. So fine, I can rock with that. Nagi, just actually a competent player that made it throughout a majority of the New Age League, fine. But how on earth am I really supposed to buy that Kira's going to be relevant? What training could he have done that even compares to, like, first selection? Like, I don't know. Let's see. Soggy and Blue Lock like crazy. Birdcage game start. Alright. Roger. Alright, so yeah, but like, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. And if it is in order, then that means likely Shindo will be up next. They'll probably pick Messi of Amori, and then they'll go on. Because he knows the titles, right? Like, he recognized Kira, he knows Nagi. So Shindo clearly, he's been studying film. Unlike a lot of our cast, for some reason, he's clearly been studying film. So he knows who to pick, who not to pick. And he'll probably be, at least, if not good with the sauce, very, very good, or good enough to make the top 6, right? 6 passing is fine. I do wonder, though, how much are we going to see of this? Because I see we're already cutting back to the U20 Japan team post-game locker room. So, like, we are cutting away from this already. So I do wonder how much of Red Key we're going to see. Could be interesting. We could take a cool down time between this and the France game. It could be a good pace break, especially since a lot of people really didn't like Nigeria. Well, Nigeria versus Japan. And I get it to some degree, but at the same time, I liked it. But I will admit, though, out of all the high intensity, high stake matches, it kind of wasn't it. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Like, in fact, I have a couple tier lists planned. I may have to make like a Blue Lock major game tier list. Because I can't just say Blue Lock major matches tier list, because like I would have to go back to like some of the 4v4s and like the third select, or in second selection, first selection, stuff like that. But in that case, I don't know. We'll see. Roger. All right. U20 Japan team post-game lock. I'm into the end of the chapter and I have time to yap stuff. Yeah, but let's see. Yoichi Isagi. Huh? Isagi, why are you here? Why are you here alone? Let's see. Huh? Could we have a little chat? Okay, interesting. But hold on, let me hit it for the one time. A W chapter. Well, I suppose a W part 2 of a chapter. But yeah, a W little chapter. I like everything being set up. Of course, like I mentioned, I do have my questions, just my general questions of like, how are we gonna force it? Obviously, with only 2 being able to pass, say automatically being one of the 3 of the Botsuta 3, it will very likely be Kira and Nagi. As interesting as Shindo's character design is, I think he's just here to be like an actual another character while we go through the first couple stages. Because presumably if it's going to be like a first stage, second stage, third stage kind of thing, let's see, half are getting cut off, right? Or no, 7 are getting cut off. So we start off at 301. So, and then half are getting cut off. Because wait, 301, because Nagi's the 303rd. So every other room probably has like 12, right? Because there's only 13 here. So if 6 gets cut off from half of them, that means there's going to be 150. They'll probably have to cut it in half again. Or maybe we cut it in thirds. I'm trying to think of how many stages there will be if we're going to keep cutting. But essentially, setting up the birdcage, setting up Red Key and letting it cook a little bit is going to be interesting. I think it'll be a nice pace breaker. I think this, unironically, will have people more engaged than the Nigeria game. Because once again, the Nigeria game, and unfortunately, a lot of the U20 games are going to suffer from new characters, who cares, kind of syndrome. And once again, the entire group stage is going to suffer from, we know they're making it. They're going to be very minimal stakes, even if things are happening in the chapters. So they're going to struggle with that. And I guess you could say the same thing here, but people are still interested in Kira, right? Like, admittedly, I don't see the hype behind the character, but a lot of people still really, really like Kira and really, really want him to come back in many ways, shapes, and forms, and they're getting their wishes granted, so I know that's going to hold people's attention. And of course, Nagi had his own manga, dog. Like, people are going to love seeing Nagi come back. And hey, I like Nagi. So I'm more than happy to see him cook a little bit. So I'm interested to see how that goes. Shindo's role is going to be interesting to see in this, and just generally the idea of how they're going to be forced onto the pitch. That's the main interesting thing. Buritsuta as a character is in a very interesting narrative position as a being with all the power yet no power, because he stands in between two beings of absolute power in a way. One of which is below him in ego, and the one of which is higher in him in Ray Dark. So Buritsuta's in an interesting position. How he's going to let this all play out is going to be interesting, right? Because he essentially, he knows it's Nagi too. And presumably it will be Kira. But then, this final little bit is actually interesting too. What could Ego and Isagi be talking about? I'm assuming it's going to be about... Like, did Ego hear that though? I mean, he probably didn't hear it. But it's very clear that he's probably going to talk about like, hey, what happened on that pitch, potato chip? What got your goods real quick? He's probably going to be like, hey, Rooney. That final goal in the last minute? What was that? What was that greed? Like, what was that ego of yours? Because normally ego doesn't look mad or anything. He's like, hey, can we talk for a sec? It's kind of like, what's a good example? Have you ever? It's when, well, and this actually is a little example. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I get a "we need to talk" text, like "we need to talk" period text, my brain is like, oh, something bad has happened. We're fried. It's usually nothing. Like, in fact, whenever I've gotten a "we need to talk" text, it's usually just like not like, oh, here's something we're doing and we need to like it's always something silly usually. But it gives me that feeling of dread, that like negative connotation. I don't get that from this. I get you see somebody in passing, or you're like on the phone. Well, it doesn't really make sense when you're on the phone. It's simply when you see someone in passing and they're like, hey, yo, boy, by the way, we need to chat later, or we need to talk later. That's what it feels like. If anything, it usually is something like this, where something else has happened and something new has come up, and you need to talk with somebody about it later. That's what this gives you the vibes of. And I'm assuming it's going to be Ego talking to something about how presumably how it felt, what he thinks it means, and whether or not Isagi will be capable of maintaining this. I think that'll be the big question that Ego probably has for him, right? That idea of, all right, clearly you have this insatiable ego. That's good. I wanted you to develop this. Clearly you have the potential to actualize this insatiable ego of yours. I think that's good. But what's next? Right? Like now that Isagi's proven that this is there, it's in his bag, it's in his wheelhouse. What happens when you possibly run into a wall that you can't overcome? What happens when you are facing something you can adapt to? Like now I think Isagi's done so well in his own way that now Ego's going to start questioning him on those things that are sort of beyond, right? Okay, you're clearly one of the best, and pretty much, not the best, but like you're pretty much the best in terms of facilitating and everything like that. So what do you do now? How do you keep pushing? Do you wait till last minute? Like, I think this is going to be a very interesting conversation between the man who became a master in his own way, in Isagi Yoichi, and the master himself, and seeing how they bounce off each other. Now that they stand on, I guess, sort of more even grounds, right? Like, many people have seen the comparison between Isagi. They both have the ahoge, like everything, everyone, Ego Isagi's son, or Isagi's Ego's son, and all that. Those comparisons and jokes have been made since time immemorial. But I'm very interested to see how these two speak now that they're on even terms, or more, funnily enough, more even terms, because obviously Ego's still the coach. But there's a lot that could come from that, and I'm excited for that. So overall, another chapter. If you're only seeing this video, shorter than 30-minute video, if you're only in this video, please do me a favor and leave Cage of Ego. Why not? We'll do that. Cage of Ego in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you do have a Patreon down below. You can support me for as low as $1 a month. Getting exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member to the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks include the live reactions to the series I have to review, and variations of all my videos. And by all my videos, I mean all my videos, including all the videos on the second channel. You also get early access to all videos for the second channel. That guy with a reaction, which will be linked in the description down below. I drop 45 to 2-hour long reaction videos over there every single Saturday at 1 p.m. EST. But if you become a Patreon member, whenever they're ready, you get them immediately. You don't have to wait the multiple weeks in between. And then on top of that, you get your name listed at the end of every single video I produce, not just over for this channel, but on the second channel as well. And if you are a $3 member or higher, you get your name read aloud at the end of every single video, not just listed. And with that, if you just want to drop 5 beans for a short video or 25 beans for a long video, you can go to the Ko-Fi in the description down below. Hit me up for the one time and your wish will be granted. But now I want to thank you for watching once again. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Yomi, Buddha Ura, Enzo, Swift Strike, Super Flame Zero, Yuki Ally, Striker Man, Grim, Ollie, The Boy, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Magic, CCC, Ramondo Furen, Dino, Heath Nelson, Hector Gonzalez, Black Sage, Tim Thomas, Alex Kenny, Kaving, Julian Perez, 8SOA, Akolade Balatunde, Union I, RXN, Nevis97, Sheesh King, Logan Guzman, Karina Hernandez, Window Life, Dead Meme, Kaludir, Reina, Christian Carter, Jagoda, Keon Stewart, Donovan McIntosh, Sino King, Hamza Idrisi, BNA DNA, Edwin Igbinoba, Cyan, Straw, Cybersage 12, Athenzi Shear, Antavius Mitchell, Plant Crone, and Azo2404. Then, let's give a thank you to Artline Art Tier patrons: A+A, Kevin Encarnacion, Sean, Dreadzoan, and Norgazi Andasov. Then, let's give a thank you to our Ink Tier members: King RTX and Shrimpo the 4th Shrimp 06. And let's give a thank you to our Digital Art Tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And let's give a final thank you to our Colored Art Tier patrons: Walkie Munoz and Walkie Munoz.